What is going on, guys? We have a fun video here. We have the Whipple S550 pulled in. You guys know we put the Eibach lowering springs in this thing a long time ago, and this has been needing to happen for a long time since we put the Whipple on it. It basically lowered down the front end. The springs, they do one thing and they get the car low. They don't handle good, the car kind of floats, and we have a solution. So we picked up a set of BC Racing BR coilovers. They also sent us some stickers and some koozies and some keychains and stuff. But we're gonna be installing them on the car. Cool thing about coilovers, one, ride height adjustable. We have major issues with camber and we really just can't get this thing to hook. Because the way the springs drop it so low, essentially we might actually go a little bit higher than we have it currently. The Eibach Sportline springs actually sit normally a little bit higher up front, but when we added the weight of the Whipple, it brought the front end down, which caused some issues with some rubbing here as well. So we're gonna be solving that. We're gonna put the kit in with the way that it comes from BC preset. We're gonna adjust the ride height. We also have some camber arms to throw in. But this is going to essentially be getting this car so that we can hook a little bit better with 840 wheel horsepower. And we got Quinn to help us. So this is where the ride height is in the rear. We're gonna be kind of making some mindful choices on tires and stuff like that because you can obviously camber a wheel inward so that you can go ahead and fit a wider tire. But when you're making horsepower and you can't hook up at all, it's kind of pointless. So we're gonna be getting the alignment right and essentially doing a not as wide tire, getting the offset right, and really just getting this thing to hook up because spinning at 100 miles an hour while it's cool, it's not really that cool. All right, so step one, you take your wheels off. If you don't know how to do this, don't be attempting this. And behind here, you'll be able to see our Eibach springs, which have been on here for 3 years now. Pretty long time. So, gonna finally retire those. A little worn. All right, now that we got all the wheels off, we are gonna go ahead and remove these
pretty tight.
These bolts. Yep. All right, 2 upper shock bolt mounts. Sorry. There we go. And we got a large 21 right here. One more subframe mount. Lower this down, pull up the spring.
Yeah.
Alright, so we just unbolted minimal things and pull the spring right out. You might not be able to do that if you have the stock springs in there. I think Quinn did it, right?
Yeah.
He did it, but you know, you could take the sway bar off to make it easier. The bracket here on the brake line off, and we were able to squeeze the spring out. And I think the BCs, are they shorter? Yeah, we can line these up. But they got the sleeve to them. So they're shorter, but they do have a sleeve to them.
This is all crushed in.
Yeah, and look, this thing's destroyed. Do we need to use these?
No.
So just removing the lower shock bolt and pull it right out. Yep. We could throw those in the trash, maybe. So we also have a UPR IRS alignment kit. These are little sleeves that go right here in the subframe. to help keep the IRS line planted to the car. So this is going to help. I've had these for a little while, so we're going to install those. I'll have a link down in the description to those if you guys want to check them out. And then we also have UPR billet camber arms. So this is going to allow us to get a little bit more adjustment and eliminate some of the flex from the factory camber arm, because as you guys know, camber is my issue right now. We didn't go with a adjustable one more than this. This actually has some adjustment in it. We didn't go with an adjustable one just because I've heard that they make a little bit more noise just because of the way that the poly bushing is on it. So we don't want that. So for the BC coilovers, we gotta just take this this top nut off of here. We just use a vice grip on the top because we reuse the shock mount. And looks like our boot was probably bottoming out from launching and horsepower and stuff because the boot's a little screwed up. It's been on there for a long time. Alright, so I just loosened the two bolts on the factory camber arm. Here it is. Overall, it looks still in good shape, but the new camber arm should give us the right adjustment we want. So we want to get rid of camber, basically. You can see that, you know, typically if you have a little bit more room in here, that's where you can get a lot of camber adjustment. So I believe that one has a little bit more room and has a spherical bushing on it. So yeah. Alright, so we did manage to get the billet camber arm in. They have instructions on it to know your orientation. We got the, I guess it's like a Heim joint in the back. We got the stock bolt to reuse that over there. We didn't really pay too much attention to alignment because this thing needs an alignment anyway, so it's not too big of a deal. We put it in there. We didn't go crazy on tightening because it's just going to go over to an alignment shop probably tomorrow. So we got that. You guys know we had the UPR vertical links already. We're going to put the alignment bolt in as well. And Quinn is actually setting the ride height for the rear. He's actually raising it up a little bit. Alright, so we have the upper collar in and the spring. We were able to just drop it right in. We're going to set it. We're now going to start picking up the subframe, put in the UPR alignment sleeves, which helps keep the alignment kind of centered, and go to the other side. And of course we got to put the shock in, the BC coilover, of course. For anyone that doesn't know, this uses a traditional spring and shock combo. They decided to go with this. It's just the best thing that works for the suspension geometry. BMWs work like this too. So that's what we did also in the 01 Cobra, a spring and shock combo. Alright, so we were able to get the camber arm in. We got the shocks bolted in. We just got to tighten up the top and put our subframe bolts in. We're also going to put our new alignment sleeves in here so that we can get the subframe in. Yep, the sleeve just slides right in there. And then we'll just hit that with the impact. Alright, so we're just going to tighten these up. Quinn mentioned that these actually usually strip sometimes if they're not aligned properly. So we actually went ahead and loosened the other two sides, so that way this is going to pick up properly and not strip out. So we'll just do it by hand, make sure nothing's stripping, and then yeah, continue on to the other side. If I can do that smoothly. Once again, we're just repeating the same process on the other side. Loosening the shock. We're going to take the spring out. We're also going to take the camber arms out. And then we put these sleeves in for the alignment. So we'll check back in once we get this all back together.
Yep, that one's ripped up too.
Yeah. So my guess is that this thing is squatting pretty hard and hitting something. Squatting harder than it should be. The thing was getting squirrely. So yeah, it should ride a lot better once we get a new alignment. Pull that down, get the spring out. There goes the iBox Sport lines. We are reusing the factory shock mount. There are actually upgrades for this, so we might upgrade down the line. Just what we have at the moment. Alright, so we have moved on from the rear. We took the brake caliper off by the two bolts on the brake caliper bracket. Took the rotor off, and now we're going to get access to this. We're going to have to take off the sway bar end link right here, unbolt here, and on the top we have the 4 strut bolts on the top. We got the hub disconnected from the stock strut with the Eibach Sportline on it. We're gonna let all that hang loose and then unbolt it from the top and get it out. All right, and we can pull the strut assembly out.
Bye-bye sport lines.
Yes, sir. All right, so BC coilover, we're just gonna put it right in. Gonna put through here, and while Quinn's holding that, and I'm holding a camera and the nuts. Put the nuts on. Don't drop your nuts, kids. Be a bad time.
Wonderful.
One more. One more. All right. And you can see right in there, we got our adjustment for our dampening. And now we're just gonna bolt everything back together. It does come with new sway bar end links as well. This thing's gonna handle so much better, I can't wait. Alright, there's the sway bar end link. So the new kit comes with a new sway bar end link. It's actually a little bit shorter. That's what's right here. So we didn't hook up this side yet because we're gonna loosen the other side. But we are almost there and ready to see where the car sits. So it is a little bit weird putting coilovers in a car and not trying to slam it, but we need function, and that's why we went with the BC coilovers. Plus, this car has got 63,000 miles. A lot of that's on the springs, and of course on the shocks and struts, those are original. So this should make a massive difference, especially with all the power this is making. All right, once again, we're gonna loosen these bolts off of here. Quinn's gonna hold the strut up for these nuts. These nuts. Push the other side up. This side? Yeah, there we go. These nuts are coming off. No, so close, and I got it. All right, there goes all of the stock suspension. You see, I laid it out for a nice pick of all the stock. Let me grab the end links. Oh yeah, where are those? How's it look? Alright, we weren't totally fully off the lift, so I'm gonna let it down. And that's where it's gonna sit. So I'd say that is slightly higher than where it was before, which is what I wanted. I want function. I like low cars, but what do you think? That's a little bit higher than it was before too.
Yeah.
It sounds weird. It sounds weird when we're putting coilovers in it and we want it higher, but we need function. We need road course stuff and drag racing stuff. So now we just need alignment. We got camber arms in, alignment kit. So this thing should ride like night and day difference. So let's go ahead and clean up the shop and get out of here. So I think that's a job well done. We're gonna take it out to a meet and we'll see how it changes once we get there. Ignore the pink. It's just like that. I need a new controller to be able to change it. And we'll get an alignment tomorrow. Yeah, Quinn might need the key to back it out. That might help. Cold start. buddy. Go forward. All right, 15 minutes into our drive. It drives pretty good. No real complaints. The roads are a little wet, so we can't really test out too many things, and we need to get an alignment tomorrow. But so far it looks good. We're gonna see if it settled down any, or if it's any different once we get over to the meet. All right, so we just got here. It looks like the rear is sitting right about where we want it, but I think I might end up raising the front. Front looks good, but I think it might rub if we use it hard on a road course, so we might just raise it a tiny bit up. But I think the rear fitment is looking pretty good. I think I'm pretty happy with that. You know, we got a little bit of space here, and the car rides so much better, and we haven't even gotten the alignment for it yet. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the BC Racing coilover install on the S550. I didn't get a chance to film an outro. I'm gonna go ahead and get an alignment, and I think I'm gonna raise the front slightly, just to make sure we get this all in a line. So guys, look forward to that, and we'll do some test pulls to make sure this thing hooks up. If you guys want to pick up a set of BC coilovers, I'll have a link to mustanglifestyle.net down in the description. Overall, I think it came out great, and it rides really, really good. So you guys will get to see some of that in the next video when we go get the alignment. So stay tuned. There's gonna be a lot more S550 content as we kind of, I guess, redo this car a little bit and do some things that we've been wanting to do for a while. So hit the like button, check out mustanglifestyle.net, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Hi.